Hi, I'm Eliza Henry-Jones and this is my book, In the Quiet. In the Quiet's about Cate Carlton, who's a mother and she's recently died and she's watching her family, so the whole narrative is about her coming in and out of their lives, seeing their grief, feeling her own grief and watching as they both move on and also as they stay sort of trapped and linked to the past and their memories of her. So at the centre of the novel there's a secret that Cate has with one of her children, and it sort of unfolds as you read through, and it unfolds fairly slowly, and the way that she explores the world and reflects back on her family is linked very heavily to the secret that she's keeping. I think there's elements of sadness in it, but it's also very uplifting in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of joy in it. It's set in rural Victoria and it's set on a horse farm, so there's lots and lots and lots of horses. So I live in the Dandenong Ranges outside of Melbourne, and I have 2 horses and I ride very regularly, and horses have just been part of my life since I was very little, so it's pretty special to be able to explore them in the context of In the Quiet. So I work with children who have been exposed to parental substance abuse and trauma, and I facilitate groups where they're able to work with horses, so being able to see the extraordinary changes they make and the extraordinary connection between horses and people, and then to be able to incorporate that connection into the book is a pretty special thing to be able to do. So I am 25 years old and I've been writing stories since I was very, very little. This novel is the 10th I have written that's sort of full size. So the 3 children I wrote about originally when I was 14. So I live with 2 horses. One of them is retired and I've had him since I was 14, so he's getting on a bit now. And I've also got a Clydesdale cross that I compete on and I'm training up. And I have 2 dogs. I have kittens that were meant to be foster kittens, but I've kept them. I have a collection of chickens and ducks from varying places, and they keep me fairly busy. Yeah, animals are always going to be a massive part of my writing, I think, because they're just a massive part of my life, and animals are tied up very closely in, I think, my emotional life and how I regulate myself and how I function, I think. So it'd be very hard for me to explore emotions and explore the things that I really enjoy exploring in my writing without having them in there. I think I'd really like readers to take away a sense of appreciation and mindfulness for the people that they have in their lives. And I think also an understanding that grief isn't necessarily this black hole that you disappear into and emerge out of. It's these peaks and troughs and these waves, and that it is interwoven with other emotions as much as you can be hurting. Yeah, so people can be taken away from us very quickly, and I think I really wanted to explore the complexity of emotion that can occur after a traumatic loss like that, and how it isn't just sadness, it isn't just loss, it isn't just being bogged down in the past. There is still all those other emotions, that richness, that focusing on the future, and the conflict between those various complex emotions. Yeah, so the book's very much about connection, and not just blood connection and not just the importance of the people that you're related to, but the ways that community rallies around you and how friends and family is a very, very broad and a very individual thing.